I just got another package from Canada from a car guy's garage. It looks like he had to fabricate a box to fit this item because of its size, but it is safely wrapped in a lot of bubble wrap, it seems. Let's get it out and I'll show you what I ordered. Safely enclosed inside several layers of bubble wrap was this car battery box for the 2011 to 2016 Scion tC and the business card. This is an engine bay dress-up item that sits over top of the car battery to, well, make it look nicer in the engine bay. You can see the two thumb screws here that you can remove to take the lid off to get access to the battery terminals. You've got an opening on the front here for the battery tie down, and then the back side is actually left open on purpose for compatibility with aftermarket intakes. You have to worry about the intake hitting the back side of the cover. This is the standard crinkle black finish that it comes with, but you can get it ordered in other finishes. And normally it doesn't have a logo here, but I wanted to have the ACGG logo, so I had it cut out, and then the perforated metal done in red. You can also have a custom logo cut out if you want, and of course you can do whatever color you want on here. I have the lid off. The thumb screws are actually held in place with wing nuts underneath. It's not threaded here, and I found out that was to help keep the cost down on the box. I'm going to show you a quick fix I'm going to do so that you can eliminate the wing nuts completely. And then the lid here is actually 3 pieces. Now, if you ordered it without the cutout, it would just be this piece without, well, the cutout. But since I had the logo on here, it's also got the perforated metal and then the back piece. The nice thing about this setup is that you can repaint this another color or replace the metal with a different pattern metal to give yourself a unique background. But I'm not planning on changing it out, so I'm going to apply these 2 strips of 3M tape here so that this will just act as a single piece. Alright, so that was a nice and easy fix for me because I'm not going to be changing out that inner piece there, but you can see the metal on the inside is nice and secure. Just make sure that you line up the holes on the bottom part with the top piece here so that you don't have any issues when you bolt this back on. Alright, so now let's take care of getting rid of these wing nuts. What I've done here is installed a J-type speed nut. It's a number 10 by 24 threading, and it's a little bit longer than normal because I had to have one that I could open up wide enough to fit over the 1/8 inch thick piece of metal. If I can find one that's better sized, I'll post a link to it in my video description below. This is what it's going to look like before you install it. So I'm going to put it on the other side now here, and then we'll do a test fit with the lid. Those fit perfectly. So now I don't have to worry about the wing nuts, and it's a lot easier to remove and reinstall the thumb screws. Alright, let's go outside to the car. Fortunately, we missed out on the snow in the area, but it's still really cold out. Alright, so I got the battery tie-down bar removed by taking out the 10mm bolt here, and then the 10mm nut that was actually screwed into this. As soon as you take that out, this will become loose, because it's just kind of hooked into a little opening on the bottom, so go ahead and pull this out so you don't lose it. And I've also removed the negative terminal because that's going to be in the way of this being installed. Now, I just did a quick test fit though, and the little insulator here that is wrapped around the OEM battery is going to be too thick for it to actually fit inside of here. So I'm going to remove the positive terminal also with the 10mm and then slip this off so I can slip this down over top. The fitment is good. It just sits on top of the plastic battery tray here. You can definitely see that there is the benefit to having the backside be open because otherwise my heat shield would be hitting the cover. Now all I need to do is reinstall the battery tie down, connect the terminals, and then screw down the lid. When reinstalling the battery tie down, do this side first. The hook is actually going to face this direction because it's going to hook down into the hole right there. And then once you have that in place, put this bolt back in. I have the terminals reconnected now, and it looks like the clearance is good. I don't have to worry about the positive terminal shorting out on the case cover here. Negative terminal doesn't really matter because, well, I mean, the entire car is ground. Alright, let's put the lid back on. Wow, that looks so much better than I thought it was going to be, especially with the red HPS silicone hoses. It really, really cleans up that engine bay. I honestly wasn't going to do any engine bay dress-up items, but then as I started putting in these hoses, it really made the engine bay look nice. And then, of course, the battery looked awful. Oh, look. Looks like there's some snow coming down right now. Oh well, let's go ahead and finish up this video. If you haven't subscribed to my videos, please hit subscribe below. And as always, thanks for watching.